So, look, most of our audience to this day is about 62% UK. So, and we started out as a music reaction channel. So, it makes sense that when one of the biggest pop culture events of 2023, aka the last ever Beatles song comes out, we got to be on top of it.
We have to be. Like, we understand that, music hasn't been on ETS for a while.
Right.
But this is not music. This is iconic. It's different. It's different. You cannot put this as music. It's an iconic moment. And I'm saying that as a non-Beatles head.
Yes. And I'm saying that as a Beatle maniac, full-fledged.
So it's like, even I can say that this is iconic, whether you like them or not. Exactly. This is a moment. So I am here for this, man.
Me too, man. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to first do the Now and Then short film that they just put out today. And then on Thursday, when it comes out, we're going to listen to the new song on Spotify, give our critiques. And then on Friday, when the music video comes out, we'll check that one out too. And they'll be cut up on Patreon, but we will attempt to smudge it all together for YouTube.
We'll see.
We're going to roll the dice. That's what we're going to do.
We got to at least try, right? We got to at least try.
Exactly. If you don't try, the answer will be no regardless. Before we get in, if you're new here, we are Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Spencer. Go hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Also,
become a part of the community, guys, not just the channel. There's a big difference.
Absolutely, amen. Are you ready?
Let's do it, man. I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
2, take 1, silent turnover.
Are you ready, Ringo? Come on, we're doing it. We're on. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Which key is it in, really?
Ringo!
George is tuned up.
Oh, hey there, John.
I'm ready to sing it to the world.
I hope we pass the audition.
What goes we go?
What did it sound like with the bass doing a funny thing?
Keep that one. Mark it fab.
Making good music in a band is all about chemistry. The way our 4 very different personalities combined in the Beatles was something very special. When we lost John, we knew that it was really over. But in 1994, amazingly, an interesting opportunity arose. We could make more music together.
If we were to do something, the three of us, as interesting as it may be, to have John in it is the obvious thing. I was talking to Yoko, and she said, I think I've got a tape of John.
We were pretty excited. A new John song. Amazing.
To hear John's voice, that's the thing that we should cherish. And I'm sure he would have really enjoyed that opportunity to be with us again.
We could use John and try and make a record. It was the closest we'll ever come to having him back in the room.
Man, I'm just getting so many nostalgic feels right there, even though I wasn't alive then. But one of the first 2 CDs I bought with my own money were Garth Brooks' Double Live and the Beatles 1. And that, like, in some other video we discussed how your first 2 were the Temptations and Bob Marley.
Yep, the Temptations and Bob Marley. Bob Marley.
Yeah. So and those really shape your taste in music as really into adulthood.
It really does. It really does. It's a defining moment in like adulthood or coming of age when you buy your first CD or your little bit of music. My case was CD, guys.
Yeah. Mine too.
Yeah, not vinyl, cassette, 8-track, nothing like that.
Right.
So it's a defining moment because it's like you went out and you purchased music with your money that you earned.
Yeah.
And so you're investing in your what you put into your body at that moment. So it's very important. And this is just like so, it feels so big. It's so big. It's like the band that lost someone that automatically, like not automatically, but has a chance to record with someone they lost. Like, who can say that? Like, it's just so big. So
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, like that opportunity rarely ever presents itself beyond the grave.
Yeah, and that was
And
94?
94 was when they
Wow.
came back together right now over me.
Yeah.
But man, like, oh man, I'm just getting all the
I
nostalgic feels right now.
I feel like there's a lot of backstory that I'm pretty sure you'll fill me in the behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah.
of leading
Yeah.
up to this moment,
Yeah.
with the fallout and stuff, and leading up to this, leading up to 1994.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe some of it will get filled in with this one.
Oh yeah.
I will be sure to fill in the cracks,
Oh yeah.
either in here or later off camera.
If I have questions, I will ask. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. Anything that I'm into, whether it be NASCAR or barbecue or like the Beatles. Like,
Fair enough.
you've always known that you can ask me anything.
Yeah, for
And I'm
sure,
sure
dude.
our commenters will help out too.
Yep. This is one I really want to know what they think. This is I will be hovering around these comment sections like a hawk.
Heck yeah. All right.
All right.
I do remember living at the Dakota with Dad and Mom. There's this impression that my dad stopped doing music for a while to raise me, which I think is partially true in terms of him not touring and not fulfilling any major record label obligations. But he was always playing music around the house. He was always making demos, and I do remember him recording into these tape cassette recorders. Mom had these handful of songs that my dad hadn't finished, and she gave them to the other Beatles.
George and Ringo came down to my studio.
Nice day. Oh, fabulous day, then.
We listened to the track. There's John in his apartment in New York City, banging away at his piano, doing a little demo. Is it something we shouldn't do? Every time I thought like that, I thought, wait a minute. Let's say I had a chance to ask John, hey, John, would you like us to finish this last song of yours? I'm telling you, I know the answer would have been, yeah. He would have loved that.
Yeah. When you know someone that well, like you kind of figure out their intuitions, what
Yep.
they would do, what they wouldn't do. You know, he was in the band. It was his songwriting buddy, his best friend. You kind of get to know someone and get to know every detail about them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course, Paul could call that shot.
Yeah, I feel like in that case, yeah, I mean, they're all artists. They would all hate to have unfinished projects that turn to dust.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst, is having unfinished art. Like,
Heck yeah.
that's that would anyway. I think that's they made the right call because they knew the right. They did it for so long. They knew each other in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if there was anyone that could finish a song like that, it would have to be them. No one else could.
Right. Exactly. It's like, even like the other example I think of is Led Zeppelin. Like that's a case where they couldn't go out on without John Bonham. Like that was Led Zeppelin. Anything else is not Zeppelin. That's, even though they've done one-off gigs with John Bonham's son Jason, that's still not Zeppelin.
Still not Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's the opposite of this case, where the Beatles were like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Like we only get one shot at this. Like, but it's so eerie. It's so like,
yeah,
it's so eerie because it's like it's the voice of your friend that's passed on that can't answer questions that you would have specifically for him. And it's very tough. And I don't, honestly, if I were them, I don't know if I would release it. I'm glad they sat on it for a long time, because it's kind of like that was for them. They needed that.
Yeah.
They needed to hear that tape.
Yeah. From something I read about it is that Paul, George, and Ringo took the attitude that John was on vacation and was like, hey, I've left these songs. Can you go finish them? And hey, that's how they were able to go through
Get
that.
through it. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I could be wrong about that. Someone will correct me. I'm pretty sure. That's the song.
It's all because of you.
It was very strange when we started that there's only 3 of us after all those years and all that life.
John, really excited. You want to put the kettle on?
We did Freeze a Bird and Real Love, and we got a little bit of time left to do Now and Then.
When we started Now and Then, it was very difficult because John was sort of hidden in a way.
In John's demo tape, the piano was a little hard to hear. And in those days, of course, we didn't have the technology to do the separation.
You know, that's computer stuff. You know, I was telling you a year ago, Jeff was doing this thing on his computer, but it opens up a whole other kettle of fish.
Kind of
wants to.
But will it open another year of work?
It really brought to the fore, to the 3 of us, that John's gone.
Oh.
Every time we wanted a little bit more of John's voice, this piano came through and clouded the picture.
It's all because of you.
I think we kind of ran out of steam a bit and time, and it was like, well, I don't know, maybe we'll leave this one.
Man, I mean, just hearing it like in this,
Mm-hmm.
like that piano is very loud in the mix, and you could barely hear John's voice. And you know, technology had come a long way in the '90s, but still wasn't there.
Still wasn't there.
Yeah. And when Paul was like, it really set in for us that John was gone. That I was like, oh no, that hurt.
It's crazy. It's probably the best choice they could have done is to leave it
Yeah,
instead of try to force it.
not put out a crap product.
Yep.
'Cause, like that would have tarnished the Beatles' legacy.
Yeah,
right
like
there.
they had one last chance. They had one final shot in the last song ever, and they forced it. And
Right.
that's
That would have been bad. Luckily, Freeze a Bird and Real Love turned out really great.
Mhm.
And well, I guess we'll see how they came to get it back.
Okay,
see you next week.
Next year.
Now and Then just kind of languished in a cupboard. And then in 2001, we lost George, which kind of took the wind out of our sails. It took almost a quarter of a century for us to wait until the right moment to tackle Now and Then again. With the technology that Peter Jackson and his team had worked out during the Get Back movie, he'd been able to separate off certain instruments and voices.
During the course of Get Back, we were paying a lot of attention to the technical restoration. That ultimately led us to develop a technology which allows us to take any soundtrack and split all the different components into separate tracks based on machine learning.
Peter Jackson has the Mal machine that can just lift anything.
We thought, well, we better send John's voice to them. off the original cassette.
My dad would have loved that because he was never shy to experiment with recording technology. I think it's really beautiful.
Before we get to the thing that this is leading up to, I will say in 2022, like after the Beatles Get Back doc, me and my I went to go see Paul McCartney at Camden Yards in Baltimore, and when Paul was doing the Beatles song "I Got a Feeling," it was able to do this thing where he was duetting with John on stage, like like a background picture of John and his voice. It was like he was there.
That's crazy.
So I could have predicted this one, maybe.
Man.
Yeah, and
now,
like, go ahead.
Another question. This has nothing to do with music.
Uh-huh.
Are all of them knighted, or just Sir Paul McCartney?
I'm not sure. I know John Lennon wasn't. He passed away before it even was on Queen Lizzie's table.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure George wasn't. Ringo might. I'm not sure. I know they all have MBEs.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
They said, this is the sound of John's voice. A few seconds later, or however long it took, and there it was, John's voice, crystal clear.
I know it's true.
Wow.
It's all because of you.
Wow.
And if I make it through, it's all because of you.
Do it again. Since
Wow.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Finally, technology was used for good. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've heard the Now and Then demo, and like, oh my God, sorry. Oh my God, that's amazing.
That's awesome, dude.
Holy
crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go.
Straight up, completely isolated.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh man. Yes.
Peter took John off and gave him his own track. It's like John's there, you know, it's far out.
So in the mix, we could lift John's voice without lifting the piano, which had always been one of the problems. Now we could mix it and make a proper record of it. I pulled it out, had a listen to it, and thought, oh, I could actually do the bass a bit better, so why don't I start there?
Paul called me up and said he'd like to work on Now and Then. What do you think? I think it's great. So he put the bass on, he sent the files to me, I put the drums on.
It really brought it on, you know, and so now we had a track that was really starting to cook.
Like, this is like the most iconic rhythm section of any rock band. Like both Paul's bass playing and Ringo's drumming are, you could pick it out from anywhere and you would recognize that's Paul's bass, that's Ringo's drumming. So now we just get to hear another example of that. One more example of that.
I've been vaguely thinking strings might be a good thing. The Beatles did lots of string things, you know, Strawberry Fields, Yesterday, I'm the Walrus. We wanted to go to Capitol Studios because that had been EMI and it was sort of Beatle-y. Giles worked up an arrangement like Giles's dad would have done in the old days. We had to put the music out on the stands for the musicians, but we couldn't tell them it was a new Beatles song. It was all a bit hush-hush. We pretended it was just something of mine. On the new record, there's a guitar solo. We had kept George's guitar parts from '95, and I thought what I'd like to do is do a slide guitar solo in George's style. It was really a tribute to George. And then we started mixing it. Wow, this is it. Now it's a Beatle record.
1, 2.
Wow.
It was incredibly touching to hear them working together after all the years that my dad had been gone.
I know it's true.
It's the last song that my dad and Paul and George and Ringo will get to make together.
And if I make it through, it's all because of you.
All of those memories come flooding back. My God, how lucky was I to have those men in my life and to work with those men so intimately and to come up with such a body of music.
Oh my God. Like, I thought we were going to hear the whole song right there.
Dude.
I was like, no, let's stop it right now. I want to go in fresh tomorrow. But
Yeah.
But like even that beginning part, like, oh my God, this is going to be so good.
This is going to be, oh my God, dude. Like I said, this is a moment, dude. This is a moment. This is like the period after you just read an epic novel, or like this is the end of the book. This is the last line, and this is the period. This is the end.
Yeah, this is the actual end. Like,
this is the end.
Like the now and then, the knowledge of now and then not being finished left a cliffhanger, like the episode of the IT Crowd that never resolved itself.
Like, it's what I mean. Think about that. When did they start music?
They started playing as a cover band in Hamburg in like the late 50s, I want to say, and then they started doing original stuff in 1962.
So I would say together, this is the end of a insane body of work.
Yeah,
where it's like first song recorded 1960 something, right?
1962, yeah.
1962 first song recorded, right?
Yeah.
Last song recorded and put out 2023.
Yeah. And
what?
In fact, they're doing this crazy thing with, like, you know how A side, double A side, B side, single, like the vinyl thing is going to be both Now and Then and the first song they ever recorded, Love Me Do.
Yes.
So
that's the way
that's perfect
to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
To still be working on Beatles music in 2023, wow. We're actually messing around with state-of-the-art technology, which is something the Beatles would have been very interested in. Now and Then, it's probably like the last Beatles song, and we've all played on it, so it is a genuine Beatle recording.
That is amazing.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you what, why don't you just give me a little bit of his original demo, sort of hear how he's playing the piano.
That part could be played on like another thing.
Bring up and play it on this drum.
Okay.
Yeah, tune tom-toms. Yeah.
We'll come in after this.
Yeah, and I'm thinking verse 3 could be like the intro again, you know?
Start again.
Oh, when are we ever going to get to sleep?
Well, that's a good question.
No rest for the wicked.
D-I-N, son.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Go on then, back it up a bit.
Can I just hear Johnston?
All right. How about that?
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is going. It's massive, man.
It's
I'm
gonna
alive.
be so amazing.
I'm so it's just wild.
Yeah. I cannot wait for tomorrow. It is a once in a lifetime thing. The final Beatles song is finally available, and we are gonna check it out now. We're gonna see.
Dude, let's do this, man.
Let's do it.
Oh my god. As
a certified Beatlemaniac and reading up on all the lore, like I've been waiting for this for like years now.
And some people have been waiting for it longer.
Oh yeah. Let's go. You ready?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
1, 2.
I know it's true. It's all because of you. And if I make it through, it's all because of you. And now and then, if we must start again, well, we will know for sure that I will love you. Now and then, I miss you. Oh, now and then, I want you to be there for me, always to return to me. I know it's true.
Oh my god.
Yes. This is
Oh
awesome.
man. Oh my god. It's like
Oh my
it's like
God, dude.
hearing I've heard the original demo of Now and Then, just the John in his apartment in 1977, and I know like Paul definitely brought the that verse home and like rearranged it, and it's working perfectly so
Oh
far.
my god, dude. It sounds glorious.
Yeah. You wouldn't know that was a demo from 1977.
No. Oh man. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. Oh my
Jeez.
It's all because of you. And if you go away, I know you'll never stay. Now and then, I miss you. Oh, now
Oh my God. There it is.
Dude, I got
The final
chills,
Beatles
man.
song.
That was, oh my God. It's surreal, dude. It's a moment that's bigger than us. That's bigger. It's as big as music is in its name. You know, like
yeah.
the fact that this man that was murdered so many years ago is having his voice heard to a brand new generation today.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that is wild.
Yeah.
That
And
is future shit.
this is the final generation that will get a Beatles song. Of course, everyone in the 60s got one. Like, I guess the Gen X, elder millennials got stuff in the 90s. And now all millennials and Gen Zers and probably the older Gen Alpha are getting a Beatles song.
That's crazy. Like, just that alone, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's just, it couldn't have been done by anyone else. This couldn't have the same gravity as it does when it's the Beatles. Everyone knows their story. Everyone like knows their music or other music, whether they want to or not. And it's just, they're icons.
Whether you're a fan of them or not, they are the standard to which all other bands and all other popular music acts are held to. And you know, the fact that we got a new song and it's great,
and it's
like it's amazing.
It's
and
the Beatles in 2023.
Yes,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
like
God.
it, like you could tell it's Beatles, but it's polished. Like it could fit on modern radio and work.
This needs to be boosted to #1, and not just because of how it sounds, but because of what it means. This needs to be, if Kate Bush can have a latent success, right, on a whatever song because of a TV series.
Yeah.
You know, like this needs to be, just because we need this to be #1. Like we need it to exist as a #1. Beatles had a track record of being all the #1s. And how many? All of them, right?
27.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So this, we owe it to them and what they've done to music to make this #1.
100%. I agree with you there. You're taking the words right out of my mouth, which I did not expect, because you're not as big a Beatlemaniac as me.
And it's
from it.
It's just the fact that, you know, the song to me, yes, it is Beatles, but it's so much more than that. It's like friends. It's a group of friends that brought their friend back from the dead one more time.
Yeah, two of them back from the dead.
One more time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, we are not worthy. That's what I feel like.
Not
like,
worthy. That's perfect.
Like, it's like, holy shit, this doesn't happen. Bands don't do this. What's going on? And once again, Beatles are doing some crazy shit that no one's done. Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's like yesterday when we were checking out the short film. He mentioned, I think it was Paul that mentioned that John would have been into new technology because they were always innovating. That's one of the things they were obsessed with, was new recording technologies. And if John and George had lived to see now, they would be in hog heaven.
And I feel like this definitely gets the stamp of approval from not just music fans but Beatle fans, because you couldn't ask for more. You couldn't ask for more. I can't believe it. In my lifetime, I have a new Beatles song. It's mine. It's mine, not my parents' song. Mine. I can claim it.
It's our song, man.
Yeah, man. Like, this is not. I remember when my dad was listening to this in the kitchen. You know, like, no, this is mine. God damn it! I heard it first on Embrace Stuck 21.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We looked at it on Spotify, like in the 90s, we could have looked at it at FYE.
Yeah.
And then 60s, 70s, wherever records were sold. Sifters.
Oh my God. Sifters.
I mean, I'm sorry to our OG Oasis fans. maybe this is the catalyst for an Oasis reunion because they have a new song to rip off.
Hey, valid. It's gonna be interesting to see what this song does. It better
Yeah.
make waves. It better make tsunamis everywhere, man.
I sure
Like,
hope so, man. I really hope so.
This is fresh in a time where music is stale.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't. I don't think anyone could come at this as it transcends more than just a song. This is not about the song. It's more than the song. It's about all of it behind the song. It's about the band coming back. Like, it's a moment.
Yes.
In music history.
Man, 100%.
Just behind a song, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So even the people that are like, well, you know, I'm not the biggest Beatles fan. This is
it is a moment.
God tier moment. This is like, oh my shit. I'm here for this. And it sucks because it's like, usually I'm programmed to be like, oh, let me know more from them. Like, no, we already know all of it from them.
Yeah,
you know?
we already know all of them.
And there's not going to be any more. This is
Right.
the last one. This puts the period at the end of the Beatles story. This is done. We're done.
Yeah, and like you said, the idea, the story left on a cliffhanger of not now and then not being finished. Now the cliffhanger has resolved itself. This is part 3 of our Beatles Now and Then reaction. It's our doc of the week. It's our once in a lifetime opportunity to check out new Beatle music.
Yep.
And-
Exactly. I've been waiting for this for the whole week.
Hell yeah.
It's been leading up to this.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
so, man,
We did the short film, and then the audio. Now we're doing the music video. And this was directed by Peter Jackson, who he directed the Get Back doc and also the legendary series of both Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Never heard of him?
no.
Of course.
And he was instrumental of rescuing this audio, right? He like, without him and his tech at that time, this probably wouldn't be out there. At least not yet.
Right, exactly. So let's just see what we're cooking with
Yeah,
here.
man. Let's
All right.
go, man.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
One, two.
I know it's true. It's all because of you. And if I make it through, it's all because of you.
Oh man.
And now and then, if we must start again, well, we will know for sure that I will love you. Now and then, I miss you. Oh, now and then, I want you to be there for me, always to return to me.
Oh man.
Oh God.
This is bringing back so many, nostalgic Beatle memories here. Like just
Man.
seeing like this shot right here of all 4 of them. Just, oh man.
It's how can you not be moved, man? How can you
Yeah.
not be moved? This is a like the OG group of friends that made it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like
These are there's the people that made being in a band, making your own music, doing your own thing awesome.
Yeah, man.
So
It's so crazy that we get to hear this today.
yeah, yeah.
Like what? I
hmm
man. Oh,
I'm
it,
and
it-
I'm just thinking like there's a few scenes in here that were uh not never before seen, like from the anthology series, like that first thing where it's Paul and George playing their acoustic guitars, like
Mhm.
that's them laying down stuff for Now and Then, and
That's
I feel like that's the not the last unseen Beatle footage we're gonna see here.
yeah, man. It's just heartwarming.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Heartwarming, like I've touched on it in the past two times we've touched this kind of this song, right? And I'm like, man, it's just so nice and that the friends were able to do a friend thing,
Mm-hmm.
not a Beatles thing. They did a best friend thing.
Right. It's just an extension of their friendship,
Yep. And
which
it
at the end of the
transcends it.
day,
It transcends the music. It's not about music, it's about friendship. And
that's,
that's the
that's it.
difference.
That's it, man. That's it. Oh man.
It's all because of you. And if you go away, I know you'll never stay.
Love that. Oh.
Now and then I miss you. Oh, now and then I want you to be there for me.
I love
I
that.
love that.
They just put him in different
Yeah.
I really do admire that. Like, come on, it's because it reiterates that it's the Beatles. Like
Yeah.
they all of them are in the shots, and I like that. That's it's different. It's different than being kind of like a sad tribute. It
Right.
is with just the remaining two.
Right. Right.
It's all of them in almost
Mhm.
every shot, and I like that. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Just like them goofing off. Like that's John right there. That was
Yep.
something John would do. Is
Oh my
just
God.
goof off while the strings are doing their thing. And it's good that to know that like from the short film we found out that nobody that was doing the string parts knew they were all gonna be on the final
That's
Beatles song.
crazy. Oh, that's so cool. So it's not until like yesterday where they're like, "Hey, by the way, yeah," or that short film. They're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, check this out. By the way, you're featured in the last Beatles song." It'd been like,
Mhm. Yeah.
man,
I don't know how I would react to that.
that's different. That's different.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I know it's true. It's all because of you.
Man, come on now.
What a moment.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Like, you know, way to stick the landing. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Oh my God.
Way to be done the right way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's the definition of going out on top.
Yep. Dude, oh man, what else can you say? Like that's beautiful. It's just beautiful, man.
Hell yeah. I can't believe it. I didn't know what to expect going in, but that just captured the Beatles' essence right there. Having someone that has spent way too much time going through their music videos and all their back catalog and their history and stuff. That's just, man, it's the icing on the cake for me.
It's just something that it's so different because you can approach this last song in so many different ways. But for me, all I see is just friendship. You know, like the story of an iconic band that's finally wrapping up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all everything they've been through individually and collectively to get this out is wildly insane and madly impressive. And I I really hope in my heart of hearts that this thing charts because this brings out, we got to do it for music's sake. You know?
Right. No matter how you feel about the Beatles, you can't argue they're the OGs of being pop stars, being a rock band, and everything that we know about modern music.
Yep.
You got to give credit to the Beatles and maybe also Elvis as well, but that's for another time.
That's another one. But yeah, man, this was well done.
Yeah.
And I think everyone on the channel knows that I am not a Beatle maniac.
Right.
You know, so it's just like I can still appreciate this and how iconic of a moment this is. This is a music moment, not a Beatles 100%. Moment. It's massive. It's bigger than that. And it's a good song, and they did it well. They did it well. They did it so much justice.
Yeah. Like the other reunion singles, Free as a Bird and Real Love, they didn't have the technology. Like you'll hear in Real Love, like, the piano in the original John demo is still kind of attached, and it kind of cuts through the mix. And me personally, I don't mind it, but I know other people would.
Well, maybe they'll touch them up, you know?
Maybe they will. Maybe, I don't know. But this was, with the technology available today, this was the perfect way to end the journey.
Yep, this was well done. What a legacy. What a freaking, I was still cranking out new music in 2023. Who would have thought in a million years?
Exactly.
Probably listening to a new Beatles song. Oh my
probably.
God, that's crazy.
Probably going to be the last one. And you know what? If this is all we got, a career well done. Over. I mean, that's putting it lightly right there. From 1962 to 2023.
What? Oh man, it's just heartwarming. This is, I want this to get on the charts. I need this. I need this to get on the charts for music's sake.
It's probably going to be their 28th number one.
Yep. It'd be interesting because, like, you know, in my case, even though my mother passed on, this is something that'd be very interesting because now I'm sort of plugged in, right? I'm hearing it first, and now it's my chance to go to the older heads. Like, have you heard this new Beatles song?
Yeah.
Oh, the Uno reverse card.
Yeah, this is like, because our audience is mostly older people.
I get to throw it back at you guys. Yeah, I've been listening. Hey, have you heard this Beatles song my whole life? Now I get to be like, have you heard this Beatles song? I win.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I never thought of it that way, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This moment is just, it's bigger. It just transcends the song itself. It's a huge moment it's like this cross-generational moment that is very rare.
Yeah.
Very rarely do the generations unite over something.
Exactly. And we in a world so full of division, we finally found something to bring us all together.
Yep. Like, oh, you had the Beatles? Oh, guess what? We had the Beatles too. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we did.
Ah, man. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching our reaction to this one. Somewhere around to subscribe, watch another video, even though I think I'll be watching this one multiple times.
Yes.
Personally.
Yep.
Either way, y'all, wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose, embrace the suck.
Unplug and do something epic, guys.
We'll see y'all next time.
Later.
Fellas, we could be that mistake. Let's do this.